Hey all, my name is Paul Borowski and I am the owner of FinanceHomeworkHelp.net as well as Quality Business Plan. And what I'm going to do today is show you all how to solve for the constant growth stock price by creating an Excel template. And so what I have here is I've got just a basic setup here, and all I've done is I've just thrown some labels up here. We're going to solve for the stock price using dividend 0 as well as dividend 1, and I'll show you what the difference is in just a moment. And if y'all don't feel like making this template right here, just visit me at the financehomeworkhelp.net / finance calculators and templates in Excel, and y'all can go ahead and pick up a completed template already with formulas included. And so, and also if y'all are having some problems with your time value of money, check out my check out the Amazon.com, and you can pick up my book. It's focused on time value of money. And with the advertisements already done, let's dive into our work. So the way this template is going to work is I've come up with a couple of examples. One example here is going to use dividend 0, and so that means we're going to use this template here, and this dividend right here uses dividend 1, and so that means we're going to use this template here. And so here's the first example. It is, what is the expected stock price if a company paid a dividend last year of $1.25? So when a company paid a dividend last year, or they had already paid a dividend, what that tells us is that it's going to be dividend 0, so we're going to use this. For this example, they're telling us the company will pay a dividend. If they tell us they will pay a dividend, we're going to use dividend 1. Dividend 1 is for the future, dividend 0 is for the past. All right, so let's dive into this example. So what is the expected stock price if a company paid a dividend last year of $1.25, which is expected to increase by 10%. Current expected return for the stock is 15%. And what we're going to solve for is what is the expected price of the stock? All right, great question. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start with our data block. And our data block is going to contain all of the different variables we need to use to solve the problem. So the first one that we have here is the company paid a dividend last year, $1.25, so we're going to put that at D0, $1.25. Then they're telling us which is an increase of 10%. So that tells us the growth rate's 10%. We'll put it there. And then we have the current expected return is 15%. Sweet. So we got our expected return is the rate is 15%. And what they're trying to do is what is the expected price of the stock? Well, we don't know. So that's what we're going to solve for. So we're going to go over here for the price, and we're going to use this top equation because it allows us to use dividend 0 as a variable. So we'll click on the cell next to price, and then we'll go ahead and type in an equal sign, open up a parenthesis, and then it tells us first thing we need to do is get D0. So we'll grab D0, and then we'll hit a multiplication sign. Open up another parenthesis, and then it tells us to go to 1. We hit the 1. Tells us the plus sign. We'll hit the plus sign. And then it tells us to go to the growth and click on that. That's what we do. And we close up 2 parentheses. We have parentheses, 2 parentheses in front. We now have to have 2 parentheses behind. Then we're going to go ahead and do our division line. And then we're going to go ahead and open up another parenthesis. And then the bottom we have rate minus growth. So we'll go up here to rate. Hit the subtraction sign, and then we'll click on growth, close up the parenthesis, and hit enter. And so what this tells us right here is that we now got a stock price of $27.50. So that's how we create the template for using D0 as the variable. Now we're going to go ahead and use a similar template, but we're going to use D1. So for this example here, what is the expected stock price if a company will pay a dividend of $1.35? So we'll go down to dividend 1. We'll hit $1.37.5 which is an increase of 10. So we'll go up here and hit the 10%. Current expected return is 15%. Expected return is 15%. So we're going to go ahead and, well, actually, I'm sorry. So which is an increase of 10%. So our growth is the 10%, and then then we got the current expected return is 15%. So we'll put it there. And so again, we're going to be solving for price, And since we have a D1, we're going to use the second formula here. So we'll go over here to D1, we'll hit the equal sign, and then what we'll do is we'll start playing the same game. It says click on, oops. We want to go to price, and then we want to go ahead and run through this right here. So we're going to go to D1, and then we're going to go ahead and then slap down our division sign. And then it tells us to open another parenthesis. Then it tells us to click on rate, and then it tells us a subtraction sign, and then it tells us to click on growth, and then we're going to go ahead and close up the parenthesis, hit enter, and there we have it. We've got now $27.50 is the price using this formula right here and creating the Excel template. And now if y'all want to go ahead and purchase this template, then what we can do, what y'all can do is you can enter in any one of the, let me change these real quick. And so you can enter any one of the variables here, any because we got 5 different variables here. So you can plug in any 4 of the 5 variables, and the solution for the 5th variable is going to come out. So let's say we have, let's say we don't know what dividend 0 is going to be. So we'll take out dividend 0, and then we enter everything else. If we're solving for dividend 0, well, the dividend 0 is solved. So if we just take that answer, plug it in right here, $1.25, then we can check and we can make sure that everything is lined up so we know the equation is correct. And you can do that with any one. If we don't know what the rate is, we back that out and we put in the other variables and it tells what the rate is. We again hit the rate and now everything's calculated. So hopefully this template, I'm showing y'all how to do this template, is helpful. If y'all want to purchase a completed one to solve for all the variables, website's right here. If y'all are struggling with time value money, my R-rated guide to passing your finance class is available on Amazon.com. And all R-rated means is that it's restricted learning. The content in there is focused towards college students and adults. And so it just helps y'all to better relate to the concepts. Hopefully this information was helpful, and if y'all need some finance tutoring or you all want to purchase some different Excel templates, I've got a bunch of them on my website, just give me a shout. Thank you.